Have you ever been really cold and you look at your jacket lying there and you just know the moment you put it on, it's going to be even colder and you hesitate? Well, hello and welcome to another episode of The Cost of Glory, where it is our mission to retell the lives of great Greek and Roman heroes in order to sharpen ourselves for the present. We use Plutarch as our guide. Now, I am going somewhere with that jacket metaphor because I got it from, guess who? Plutarch. And isn't Plutarch just a master of metaphors? But before I get into the cold jacket, quick note. As I hinted in the fall, I am putting together an ancient Greek product that I'm excited to present to you guys. It will be a course starting from zero, and due to some delays, we're hopefully going to get it rolling by the end of next month of February. And so if you haven't reached out yet and expressed your interest, but you are curious about it, some ancient Greek, you'd like to have more information either for yourself or for someone else, write me a note at alex@ancientlifecoach.com. And thanks to all of those who have already signed up for info. And I'm not going to announce it yet, but I am in talks with another Greek whiz, and we're thinking of partnering together for a little multiplier effect on this program. But I'll say no more for now. Let's just stay tuned. Now, Plutarch has a little sermonette in his writings called the Moralia. The sermon is called Virtue and Vice. Yes, a sermon on virtue and vice. It sounds thrilling, I know. Don't fall asleep yet. But in this little mini essay, Plutarch observes, we put on jackets, warm clothing, and we even call it warm, don't we? We say warm clothing. But these things, on their own, have no heat in them. And good external circumstances are like that, he says. We make this mistake. We call them happiness, like we call warm clothes warm. But it's us who make our clothes warm. The clothing just helps us to not dissipate our heat into our cold environments as quickly. And similarly, if you are sick and have a chill, no amount of clothing will keep you from shivering. Or if you're dead, you're not going to warm up anything. And so it is with virtue, he explains. A healthy soul can warm up our circumstances, can warm them up for ourselves so that they seem pleasant to us. And as we bring our lives, our households, our workplaces, our cities, our friendships, our legacies up to the temperature of our own spiritual equilibrium, then we can also make those things, those external circumstances in our lives, warmer for others to enjoy as well. And the mistake we make is we look at the jacket and we think it's warm. We look at the possession, the salary or the net worth increase, the advantageous business connection, the praise of people we admire even. And we think, maybe, now I am happier, now I am warmer. Or if we aren't suddenly happier, it's kind of disturbing, isn't it? Almost worse than if you didn't get that thing in the first place, because it revealed a deeper lack inside of you that's more difficult to fill. But usually those kinds of acquisitions, even when they do cheer us up, they don't last for very long. But if the soul radiates gladness from some kind of well-constructed inner disposition, Plutarch says, and when he says soul, he's talking about our kind of inner person. So Plutarch says, if we have that well-constructed inner disposition, quote, wealth is pleasanter and repute and power more resplendent, and so too men bear poverty, exile, and old age lightly and gently in proportion to the serenity and mildness of their character. So, what is that advantageous inner disposition, and how do we get it? Well, whatever that disposition is, the easy Sunday school answer to the sermon question, how do we get it, is, we cultivate virtue. You start with the big four: justice, temperance, courage, wisdom, and so on. It's often kind of simple but hard. And yes, we must learn to treat every day like a practice round for the game that is the rest of our lives. But this inner disposition that we so easily label as virtue, it really is supposed to make us happy, in Plutarch's view. Not just in the sense that you simply declare someone happy if he's virtuous, as the Stoics sometimes seem to do. You can just redefine happiness, just say that virtue is happiness. And I admit that's a bit of a caricature, but it does seem to be what some people think, at least. But what is, well, so special about virtue that it makes us feel something comparable to cozy inside, even in the midst of pain and poverty? That inner warmth that can take off that jacket and walk onto the frozen lake in a bathing suit, plunge into the hole cut in the ice like a polar bear, and then keep its inner warmth in the freezing water. Is it perhaps the confidence in our own inner strength? Is it maybe the knowledge of who we are, that we are being tested and are enduring, or that we have already been tested and passed and are capable of enduring even more? What satisfaction is greater than that, or more long-lasting? Which of our heroes possessed that inner state? Pyrrhus, Eumenes, Sertorius? Philosophers certainly had their doubts about Gaius Marius, not only Plutarch. And I'm, by the way, hoping to start rolling out the life of Marius by the first week of February, so stay tuned for that. So, to close, the next time you reach for that jacket, ask yourself what you would do without it. I hope you're well. Stay strong, stay ancient. Till next time, this is Alex Petkus.